Good day, everybody. So the part of the map you're looking at on this video is South Carolina, specifically Sumter County, South Carolina, and the Santee area, the Santee Tidewater area. So this is a story about Southern Confederacy success. And it's about the success of one person that you will probably never hear about. But this person, by the name of William Ellison, was born into an incredibly poor family. And as he grew up into his 20s, and before that, he was mentored. And he was mentored on the construction and repair of the cotton gin. So into his 20s, he was able to do something that was somewhat difficult during this period of time. And we were talking about he was born in 1790 and he lived into the 1860s during the Civil War. But at one point in the 1830s, he was able to purchase about 50 acres. And he was also able to purchase about 8 slaves. And he continued to work hard and acquire more land and acquire more slaves. And he became, towards the end of his life, a very wealthy man in the Sumter County region of South Carolina. By the end of his life, he had 1,000 acres of land and owned 40 slaves. And slaves were very expensive back then. So having 40 slaves was not something that was easy to acquire. It took capital, it took money. But he was able to do those things. And he was tremendously successful. And when the Civil War broke out on his 1,000 acres of land, he changed his crop production from strictly cash crops, i.e. tobacco and cotton, to food crops to be able to help and support the Confederate Army. His 2 sons volunteered to fight for the Confederacy. Mr. William Ellison was a black man. This is something you will probably never hear about in high schools and in colleges in the United States. More than 1/3 of the free black men in South Carolina and other southern states owned slaves. On a side note, his children were devout Confederate sympathizers, but because of their race at the time, they were denied entry into the Confederate Army. And now you know. the other side of the story, whatever that means.